What's good? What it do? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, y'all know what to do. When you come in the building, smash on that like button and then jump in the comments and let us know you in the building. John Kramer, my God, what's happening with it? What it do? Oh, yeah, we finna cook today. Hey, you better believe it. We gonna cook today. Yes, sir. Like I said, smash on the like button. Jump in the comment section. Let me know you're in the building. And we gonna cook today. You better believe it. I got a whole lot to address today. Mr. DBMH, what's happening with it? Salute. Specific volume, what's happening with it? Yeah, I hope y'all ready. We gonna cook today. Yes, it's a whole lot of shit that needs to be addressed. So as y'all come in the building, smash on that like button. You know, do me that favor. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. Until you hating ass niggas, you know, just sit in the background and continue to hate. Bumpy Thompson, what's happening with it? Salute. Wait for money to come in. Make sure he got the link. Capman 785, what's happening with it? Leon Robinson, what it do? Yes, sir. Go ahead and get the cooking. So, man, it's a lot of shit going on. You know, we got Jermall Charlo out here, you know, I want y'all to keep that same energy, though. Before I even get into it, I want everybody to keep that same energy on Jermall Charlo, right? We got Jermell Charlo running around here talking about, you know, he got killers. He was in the streets heavy before he was a boxer and all of that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Jermall Charlo fight that he had with one Montiel, a guy that was supposed to be a walkthrough, you know what I'm saying, a walk in the park. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about Teofimo Lopez also. Matter of fact, let's start off talking about Teofimo Lopez. You know, while I wait for money to get in the building, you know, we all know that Teofimo Lopez fight got pushed back because he supposedly got COVID. Now, I want to know who in here think that Teofimo Lopez actually has COVID. You know, I'm not no doctor and I don't diagnose nobody, but it's mighty funny that all of a sudden he got COVID once they found out and once they saw them tickets wasn't selling. You know, Leonard Ellaby, he been on Twitter. Leonard Ellaby been on Twitter on the helmet. Real talk. Leonard Ellaby been on the helmet on Twitter. Now, like I said, I can't say if the man got COVID or he don't, but I can say what I believe, and I believe he don't got no goddamn COVID. Why ain't nobody else in his family got COVID? I mean, you know, you would think that his daddy would have came up with COVID since he trains him and he's the one that's around him all the time. I mean, wait, hold on. And I forgot about this. Teofimo Lopez's wife is pregnant. They ain't said nothing about her having COVID with the baby. So you mean to tell me that Teofimo Lopez has COVID and he the only one around him that has COVID? He the only one in his vicinity that has COVID. He just all of a sudden just fucking got COVID out of the air and ain't nobody else got it around him. That shit sound real funny to me. I don't know about y'all. 50-0 TBE TMT Money Mayweather. He said, there you go talking that boxing again. Salute to you. Yeah, that shit just seemed funny to me. And Leonard Ellaby been on his helmet though lately. Leonard Ellaby been on their helmet, like, you know. I'm just trying to find some of the tweets that Leonard Ellaby been tweeting. I can read them to y'all. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me see. I'm pulling it up. I can. Leonard Ellaby been talking that shit on Twitter, and I don't even be on Twitter like that. Okay, so here, Leonard Ellaby on Twitter, he says, big difference in my opinion of a face-off and someone saying they doing 2 million buys and all the tickets being sold. He said another example. Oh, wait, no, that's a different one. Wait, hold on. That's a different one. Anyway, Leonard Ellaby made a reference, right, to how Teofimo Lopez and his pops was coming on doing interviews, right, when they thought that they was going to have Holyfield and Tyson on the card. Like I stated before, you know, they was going on every interview, everywhere, talking about, hey, son, my poppy's going to do 2 million pay-per-view buys, son. I guarantee it, poppy. My son's going to do 2 million pay-per-view buys, poppy. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteeing that they were going to do 2 million pay-per-view buys, sell out the arena and all of that, right? Now, all of a sudden, when you see that they weren't going to do nowhere near towards 2 million, that they weren't going to sell out nobody arena, all of a sudden he got COVID, man. All of a sudden he got COVID. Leon Robinson's bro, he said his wife, Leon Robinson say his wife got COVID and then hit all of them with COVID. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But how Teofimo Lopez, right? He around his daddy every day, around his wife, pregnant wife every day, around all of them, but he the only one that got COVID. Ain't nobody else got COVID. Come on, man. Them ticket sales got COVID. That's what got COVID. Them ticket sales, them ticket sales got COVID a long time ago when they found out that Holyfield and Tyson wasn't going to be on that undercard, right? And then them ticket sales got a double dose of COVID when they found out that Holyfield and Kevin McBride wasn't going to be on that undercard. That's the shit that got COVID. Teofimo Lopez around here running around. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo perfectly healthy. He fucking his wife every night. He doing everything. That motherfucker ain't got no goddamn COVID. What's good with you, money?
What's going down, Brody? What's going down? What's going down to the chat? Coming here, all I heard about somebody getting fucking wives and shit. What's going down?
No, I'm talking about Teofimo Lopez, man. I was talking about how Leonard Ellaby was getting on Teofimo Lopez, you know, and how I'm getting on Teofimo Lopez because, man, the man wife pregnant. He around his daddy every day. Everybody perfectly healthy, but he got COVID.
Right, nigga ain't
Everybody perfectly healthy, but he the only one that got COVID.
ain't doing quarantine and shit.
Nigga been running up in his wife every night and everything, but he got COVID. Daddy all up in his face, training him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Passing him in spit bucket, but ain't none of them got COVID but him.
Real, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And salute to my guy. Salute to Quality Boxing Corner. Y'all make sure that y'all go to Facebook and go subscribe to Quality Boxing Corner, a great boxing group, right? Make sure that y'all go to Facebook and show some love and go subscribe to Quality Boxing Corner. I'm an admin in that group, so go make sure that y'all go show them some love.
I'm gonna come on over and rock out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody on here, make sure y'all go show some love, and then make sure that y'all go show some love to Loyalty to the Game and Boxing Talk, Loyal to the Game and Boxing Talk on YouTube, and then go to Loyal to the Game and Boxing Talk 2, or what is it? Loyal to the Game and Sports.
Too.
No, I think it's sports.
And then going over to Loyalty and Promotion Boxing and show Laura Reed some love as well.
Yes,
that's on Facebook. Show love to the hottest boxing pages on Facebook, man.
Most definitely, man. But yeah, like I was saying, Money, I ain't no doctor. I don't diagnose nobody. But I don't think that motherfucker got no COVID, man. I don't think they got, and it ain't on him, right? I'm not saying that he the reason that the fight got pushed back, but Thriller, right, with Teofimo Lopez, loudmouth ass daddy telling everybody that they were gonna do 2 million pay-per-view buys guaranteed, and Thriller, Triller, right? Triller. Hey, man, they running around here acting like they gonna do big pay-per-view numbers, and they seen that wasn't gonna happen. Because I think the main thing is the fight card, the ticket sales got COVID. When Holyfield backed out, whatever happened to that Holyfield and Kevin McBride, they gonna have to revamp that whole card. And watch what I tell you. They gonna put, like I said before, Money, they gonna put somebody else on that card that's another big name on that card. Whether it's a celebrity or throwback fighter or whatever it may be, they gonna revamp that whole card.
They got to, bro.
Right. COVID, man. That's what happened when your ticket sales get COVID. Uppercuts Boxing Nation. What's happening? Y'all also go to Facebook and go sub to Uppercuts Boxing Nation. Man, he's staying in the field doing this thing. Go show him some love.
Yes, sir. Shouts out to Uppercut Boxing Nation, man.
Ain't nobody tell you to come here in the first place. But Money, man, would you believe he got COVID?
I don't know, bro. I'm like you, though. You've been in the face of everybody else. Nobody else got it. I mean, y'all working hard. I'm saying you, no mask on, with X amount of people, dancing with people. Yeah, so, like I said, I ain't going to say the man don't got it. I don't know. But, when we look at the situation, it's leading up to show that if you had to take a guess, he probably more than likely don't got COVID. And it's because of the numbers that Atlanta LB broke down and things of that nature, right? They seen that shit wasn't going to do what it was going to do. And they had to push it back to see if they could, get some more eyes on the sport or get some bigger names on the goddamn card. You feel me? So at the end of the day, if it's a business move, I understand it. But that's how people do, man. When you want a day off of work, what they do, motherfuckers say use COVID. You know what I mean? It works. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really. I wanted to see the fight on the 19th, but if it is the numbers and shit like that, then. Like I say, they wasting all that time worrying about Floyd Money Mayweather, what Mayweather doing and all that shit. Just focus on you, your fight, and what y'all got to do, bro. Focus on you, your fight, and what y'all got to do. If you do got COVID, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, it ain't shit we can do about it. They fight pushed to August 14th, the week before Earl Spence. That still don't look like a good position. If we talking about pay-per-view,
Motherfucker gonna get COVID again. Oh shit! I got a double dose.
Right, that still ain't a good motherfucking position. You feel me? So at the end of the day, man, y'all should just went before Floyd, dog. Because we talking about Earl and Pacquiao. You know, if motherfuckers had to pick between Teofimo and George Kambosos and Earl Spence and Pacquiao, we all know what the percentage will be on this shit.
Right. I mean, they should have just shut up, bro. They should. I mean, come on, man. All that capping they was doing about 2 million pay-per-views just because they thought they were gonna have Holyfield and Tyson on the undercard. Man, ain't nobody. Come on, we boxing fans. We know what these pay-per-views do. Ain't nobody in their fucking right mind think that Teofimo can go out there by himself and sell 2 million pay-per-views with a dude that don't nobody know in America, George Kambosos. Come on, man. Quit playing with me. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, my son, Poppy, we guarantee 2 million. Come on, man. All of a sudden, you just gonna wake up overnight and fucking do bigger numbers than Floyd out of nowhere. Come on, man. These dudes be tripping me out with that shit. But anyway, man, let's talk about this weekend. Let's talk about this weekend, the fight this weekend, man. I want to talk about Jermall Charlo, right? I want to talk about the Jermall Charlo fight because there was other fights that did go down, you know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about the Jermall Charlo fight. I'm going to get right into it. So Jermall Charlo, he goes out there, you know, he has his WBC belt on the line, and they put that bullshit ass freedom belt on the line with the goddamn slave chains and shit on the belt, right? That's a whole different story I want to talk about too. You know what I'm saying? Jermall Charlo holding up that bullshit ass slave belt all up in the air, but that's a whole different subject in itself. But so Jermall Charlo go out there, and you know, everybody is expecting him to just walk straight through Montiel. If anybody get on here and act like that they didn't expect Jermall Charlo to walk straight through Montiel and knock him the fuck out, you know, in the early rounds, no later than the mid rounds, you a goddamn lie. For real. You a damn lie. Montiel record was 24 wins. He had 21 wins, 4 losses, and 2 draws, right? He had been knocked out by Jaime Munguia already. Let me pull up his resume, right? I know exactly who he is. He actually trained up the street from me. So, you know, let me see. This dude, Montiel. Hold on. Let me pull up his so his record at the time, he was 21 wins, 22 wins, my bad. He had 22 wins, 22 KOs, right? 4 losses and 2 draws. Now, excuse me. He had a draw with Hugo Centeno Jr., right? We know who Hugo Centeno Jr. is. Bona fide C- level fighter. He lost by KO to Jaime Munguia. He lost by split decision to Johnny Navarrete. I don't know who that is. Dude got 9 losses on his record 8 losses at the time. He got 17 losses on his record right now. So the motherfucker lost to somebody that had 17 L's on his record. He also lost to Alejandro Barrera. I don't know who that is. So all of these fights is, you know, in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? All of these fights are in Mexico. He lost. He had a draw with Jose Castanado Perez. Guy that was 1-2. I don't know who that is. But anyway, he don't got nobody on this record. Juan Montiel was supposed to go in there, as we thought, you know, fight somebody like Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo said that he'll knock out Benavidez within 6 rounds. Said he'll knock out Caleb Plant within 6 rounds. And he called the shots with Canelo Alvarez. He said if Canelo Alvarez want to see him, Canelo got to go down to 160 because he's calling the shots. So with Jermall Charlo talking that big tough guy shit, You know, I was expecting Jermall Charlo to go out there and to blitz Juan Montiel, but that ain't what happened. Now I do give Jermall Charlo. I did think Jermall Charlo won probably like 10 rounds in that fight. Jermall Charlo, he hurt Montiel a few times, but you see, the thing is, he was in there with a tough Mexican dude that wasn't gonna fold. And this is the problem, right? This is the problem when you got fighters like Jermall Charlo, right? That everybody want to crown, everybody want to say that but now see, and it's crazy, right? Everybody want to say he was so much better than Canelo. Canelo was so scared of him that he'll go out there and knock out Canelo and all of that shit, right? Why ain't y'all keeping the same energy? Because I've been watching all the shows. I've been watching the comments. Now everybody, but he can't beat he can't beat Canelo. I want y'all to keep that same energy because I was on here arguing day in and day out. It didn't have nothing to do with me liking Canelo more than Jermall Charlo because I never have. It was about me being able to look at fights, break down fights, see the flaws in fighters, and know that I know common sense is telling me what I have been seeing is Jermall Charlo can't beat Canelo Alvarez. Ain't no fucking way. But anyway, let's get back to the fight because we'll talk about that later on, right? We'll talk about that shit later on. Jermall Charlo, anyway, he goes out there and he had Juan Montiel hurt several times in the fight. I mean, he had him hurt several times, but he was in there with a tough opponent that wasn't going to fold. And this is the problem when you got guys like Jermall Charlo that they don't look at his resume, especially at 160. His toughest fight was against Sergey Derevyanchenko, right? That was his toughest fight against Sergey Derevyanchenko, right? And I'm going to tell you something that Blue Blood told me. Because I was saying, I think Sergey Derevyanchenko is going to give Jermall Charlo a tough-ass fight. And Blue Blood said, Sergey Derevyanchenko don't have no chance of beating Jermall Charlo. I said, why? He said, because I've been in the sparring watching Sergey Derevyanchenko. And he said, Sergey Derevyanchenko been getting beat up in sparring. I said, what? He said, yeah, man, he having a rough camp. He said, Sergey Derevyanchenko been getting his ass beat in sparring. I said, damn. All right, well, okay. So we go to the fight, right? And Jermall Charlo fights Derevyanchenko. He looked good in that fight. But see, y'all thought that he looked a lot greater than what he really did in that fight. I said Money, because me and Money had a talk about this behind the scenes. I said Money, because Money was like, man, he beat the shit out of Sergey Derevyanchenko. I said, he did. I said, but we got to go back and watch the fight. I said, Jermall Charlo was getting hit a lot in that fight. And he started to gas out down the stretch. I said, you got to go back and watch that fight with me, Money. So me and Money one night, we went back and watched the fight, play by play at the same time. Money could tell you I ain't lying. He said, damn. He said, yeah, I did see what you were saying. Now I see what you were saying. He was getting hit a lot in that fight. If you go to the fight, what's the fight that Corrball. If you go to the Corrball fight, these are Jermall Charlo's toughest opponents at 160. He ain't never fought nobody else at 160 other than that. He been fighting motherfucking cab drivers. Let's just keep it 100. Ain't nobody finna sit up here and protect none of these fighters. We gonna play it down the middle and tell you exactly what's going down, right? He ain't been fighting nobody, whether it's his fault or if it ain't. He ain't been putting them in the ring with top level competition. That's just what it is, right? So he goes and fight Corrball, right? Now we all took up for him. I did myself. Right, I did myself. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, they thought he lost to Corrball." I didn't think he lost, right? And but other people were saying, "Well, it was a close fight." But I was one of the ones that was taking up for Jermall Charlo. I said, "Look, he was training for a whole different style of fighter. Jermall Charlo was training for Willie Monroe, guy that can box and move and that's slick." I said, and then on a couple weeks' notice, they give him Korobov. That ain't his fault. How you think he's supposed to look? He wasn't training for Korobov, right? So we gave him an excuse. Cool. But now that excuse, you got to live up to the excuse that we give you, Jermall Charlo. Because like I said, when you went in the fight with Derevyanchenko, you got hit a lot. See, your fans, we looked over that because I think we were surprised to see you do as well that you did against an opponent that we just had seen go in there and beat Triple G. I think that Derevyanchenko beat Triple G. But after that, Triple G, he could have took a lot out of Derevyanchenko because from what Blue Blood told me he was getting his ass beat in sparring. But anyway, you went out there and you looked good against Derevyanchenko, but you did get hit a lot. Derevyanchenko caught you with some shit, right? And I ain't going to say he hurt you, but he came close to hurt you several times in that fight, and you faded down the stretch. Now, fast forward to Saturday night. You get in there against a guy that you're supposed to walk through. PBC set you up with this fight in your hometown, right? Giving you an opponent that's food. He's supposed to be food for you, Jermall Charlo. This is an opponent that they gave to you that you're supposed to go out there, look spectacular in front of all your hometown fans, knock him out, and make some noise. It didn't turn out like that because although Montiel don't have the boxing skill level you do, his footwork is trash. He looked like motherfucking Jeff Horn. His footwork looked like go watch Jeff Horn footwork and then go watch Montiel. Motherfucker his shit looked ridiculous. He was squared off like an MMA fighter. He was switching from southpaw to orthodox, doing it all wrong. All this shit was wrong. But he was tough. He was tough, right? And when you hit him and he didn't fold, right? When you hit him and you hurt him and he didn't fold and he kept coming and you couldn't get him out of there, right? He started to expose things in you to other people, but he didn't expose nothing to me because I've been on here telling you, Jermall Charlo get hit too much. Jermall Charlo can't beat Canelo Alvarez because he stand right in front of you. Jermall Charlo don't move around enough. He don't have no upper body movement. And I told y'all, I said Jermall Charlo don't go to the body. Why Jermall Charlo couldn't get one Montiel up out of there is because he was headhunting. All he was doing is throwing a million head punches. He wasn't digging down to the body. Jermall Charlo don't dig down to the body. He could have got dude up out of there if he had some good body work. All his shit is up top. He up top. You know what I'm saying? That's all he do is up top, uptown. That's all all Jermall Charlo know how to do is go uptown. That's all he do when he get in there. All headshots. But see, these are things that I tried to tell people. You know, I tried to tell people. And everybody want to come on here and argue with me all the time. Oh, he'll whoop Canelo. Jermall Charlo jab and this, and that. He'll whoop you. Try to tell y'all. Now everybody want to go on all these, because I've been seeing y'all, right? I've been seeing y'all on all the shows. Everybody's saying the same shit now. Oh, nah, he can't. Jermall Charlo can't beat Canelo. I've been telling y'all that. So I want y'all to keep the same energy. So stick to your guns and say Jermall Charlo cannot beat Canelo. That's all I want, because I shouldn't have to come on here breaking down these fights every day, arguing with y'all when I'm trying to tell you what I see. See, y'all need to get over the fact that when you have a fighter that you don't like I know most of y'all don't like Canelo. Canelo's not liked by a lot of people, right? For valid reasons. Some of them are for valid reasons. Some of them is just pure hate, right? But a lot of people don't like Canelo, right? So y'all not liking Canelo, that make y'all just automatically say, well, we like Jermall Charlo, so Jermall Charlo can beat him. That ain't how this shit works. Go and watch the fight. Open your eyes. Look at some of the flaws that Jermall Charlo has. See, you was blind to all of this shit when I was trying to tell y'all. Go and watch Canelo and look at some of the things that Canelo do well. That ain't a good matchup for Jermall Charlo. I don't give a fuck how big Jermall Charlo is. That's why Jermall Charlo is now telling y'all, Canelo, oh, if you want me to fight Canelo, if Canelo want to fight me, right? Well, Jermall Charlo, what do you think about Canelo Alvarez? That's a good fight. Well, if Canelo Alvarez want it, he know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm at 160. I'm going to reign at 160 for a long, long time. I want to reign at 160. He knows where I'm at. He can come down here to 160. Last time I checked, I thought Canelo Alvarez was the guy that was making 30 plus mil a fight. I thought Canelo Alvarez was the guy that everybody wanted to get in there and fight. I didn't know that Jermall Charlo was the A side and was the one that everybody is just clamoring to fight. Maybe I've been in a fucking coma and just rose on Saturday and don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Did that sound to y'all like somebody that really wanted to fight Canelo? Well, if he want to see me, he know where I'm at. He can come down to 160 and see me. Did that really say? I mean, because we've been on here, we've been on here campaigning and champagning for Jermall Charlo for a long time, crying and debating about how he'll go and beat Canelo Alvarez and how everybody's scared of Jermall Charlo. But does that sound like somebody that really wanted to hunt down Canelo Alvarez and want to fight? Matter of fact, does that sound like somebody that's actually going out of his way to do great things and be great? Because quit playing with me, y'all. Jermall Charlo could easily walk around at 210 pounds as big as he is. He probably walks around, if he ain't training, he probably walk around at 190 something. He's 6 foot, one? Jermall Charlo, like 6'1"? Canelo Alvarez is 5'8". So you can't say that, oh, he can't move to 168 because, Canelo's too big for him. Man, y'all stop playing with me. All I'm saying is y'all got to stop coming on here and want to argue with people, right? Just to fucking argue because you don't like a fighter. Open your eyes and start looking past, okay, well, I don't fuck Canelo. I don't like him. Start looking past all that shit and actually learn how to break these fights down and look at the flaws and look at the matchups. Because if y'all did that, ain't no way that none of y'all would have been coming on here saying that Canelo Alvarez was going to get the shit beat out of him by Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo knows that he can't beat Canelo Alvarez. Jermell Charlo knows he can't beat Canelo Alvarez. But all in all, I think that PBC and whoever matches up Jermall Charlo, that's partly their fault because they haven't put Jermall Charlo in the ring with competition to get him prepared to be able to fight somebody on the Canelo Alvarez level. They're not putting him in the ring with that type of competition, right? They're not. He been at I think Jermall Charlo been at 160 ever since. I know he been there since 2018. We in 2021. He got one credible opponent on his whole resume at 160, right? And his resume at 154 wasn't that stellar. I mean, he fought Julian J. Rock Williams and Trout. Trout on the end towards the back end of his career, right? So I mean, his shit wasn't just that stellar. He ain't really fought he never fought no A-level competition at 154. You got to prepare these fighters for the storm. You got to prepare them for the storm. And what you saw on Saturday night is you saw Jermall Charlo, right? Even though he won, and I had him winning 10 rounds to 2. Even though he won, you saw Jermall Charlo. He did get hurt a couple times. But Jermall Charlo, I'm going to tell you what made Jermall Charlo get through that fight without getting his ass knocked out is Jermall Charlo's toughness, and he got a granite chin. That's one thing that he do have for him, right? It's going to be hard for anybody to walk through and to knock out Jermall Charlo because he's very tough and he has a granite chin. But he get in there against somebody like Canelo Alvarez, Canelo might not knock him out, but he might get stopped. He might get stopped. It's going to be a whole different ball game, but Jermall Charlo know that. That's why he like, nah, I'm going to stay here at 160. It's a lot of fighters that I would love to see Jermall Charlo in there with at 160, including Demetrius Dudu Andrade, but he don't really act like he want to fight him. And, you know, we're going to get into that in a little bit. My bad. You know I'm long-winded, but I'm going to let money cook because we're going to get on the Demetrius Andrade situation in a little bit. And salute to everybody, and make sure that y'all hit the like button and sub to the channel if y'all not subs. And then go sub to Money Brown TV if you're not subscribed to him. And listen to the man cook. Go ahead, Money.
Yeah, it's all good shit. But looking at the fight, first of all, shouts out to Jermall Charlo for, you know, and still the WBC middleweight world champion when I did what he had to do. Looking at the fight, man, me myself, I thought Charlo would have got him out in 6 rounds. I picked no less than 6. I'm like, yeah, this, that, and the third. And I believe that Jermall Charlo thought that he would get him out in 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So I do think, I ain't gonna say he didn't train his ass out for the fight, but I do think that Charlo probably felt like, you know what I mean, this dude easy work on the simple fact of he alluded to, you know, he'll fight Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is the same, just like Montiel and shit like that. So I feel like he thought he'd knock him out, to where when I seen him early on when he hurt him, because to keep it real, he hurt him multiple times. So I thought he knocked his equilibrium off a few times, where my man didn't have his legs and shit like that. But like he said,
my bad. You know what? My bad, man. Let me get this super chat. I missed it. Big money, Texas, Toledo off in the building, always showing love. Straight, he said, straight facts. Salute, my G's. Salute to you, always coming in here, studding up, showing love. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Money. My bad.
Yeah, I felt like you know, he knocked his equilibrium off a couple times, and maybe a different referee would have stopped the fight. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, Montiel, he stood in there, he took the punishment and shit like that, because he was squared the fuck up and things like that. And Jermall, man, I was hoping that dude did more body work. Body work would have got Montiel up out there. But for him banging with Montiel, I seen him shoot his load. You know what I'm saying? He shot his load early, to where I seen his ass gassing out and turning out. I'm like, look, this dude was turning out. He gassing a little bit because he's trying to knock him the fuck out. And he thought he had him at some point. He thought he had him, and he thought he was going to knock him out. Hands down, he thought he was going to knock him out. You know, he just seen him hurt. He's seen him hurt and things of that nature, so he felt like he wasn't going to last that long. But Montiel showed toughness. He showed grit, and he was out there trying to win a world title. You feel me? He was out there trying to win a world title. And I'm telling you, bro, if Montiel was smart, he would have started trying to attack Jermall's body. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to attack the body needed, because Jermall was, that gas tank was going. And when I was listening to Jermall in the post-fight conference, I could tell everything that he did wrong, he was trying to make up for it by saying things like, I could have won an extra 5 rounds. Or when he came out, oh man, you know, we put on a show and we did this and that, because even though it was a 12-round shutout, in my opinion, he wasn't, you know, he wasn't as happy and comfortable with that performance to me as he portrayed to be. You know what I'm saying? Because him himself thought he was going to get him up out of there. You know what I mean? So he still showed good skills when I'm looking at the situation. He did make certain adjustments and things like that. And like I said, at the end of the day, he found a way to win. Now, with him and Canelo and the Derevchenko win, still was a hell of a win to me. The way he beat on Derevchenko, used his jab, especially after seeing what Derevchenko and Triple G went through, right? Still was a hell of a win. Can't take that away from the kid. And I still think that jab that he got can give Canelo problems. You feel me? I still think that jab gives Canelo problems. After the Derevchenko fight, I said Maul made that fight closer to me. He made that fight that much more closer, but I still edged Canelo winning, but he made that fight that much more closer, looking at the strong jab and how he used that jab. Now, in this Montiel fight, it could have been a wake-up call to where he can get in the gym and work on something that he didn't work on for the last camp, things of that nature, but he still posed a threat to Canelo. That's something you can't take away. He still posed a threat to Canelo. For us, him and David Benavidez, like I say, they hit and not get his style. That is not the style to beat Canelo Alvarez. That shit ain't gonna do nothing to get you hawked down, get your body beat up, and arguably Canelo finishing your ass. You're going to have some type of balls and nuts and guts to sit your ass right there and fight with Canelo. Because when you see Canelo fight, Canelo he tends to gas as well down the stretch. I mean, he tends to gas as well. So it depends on who he fight and what you're doing to force him to get down in that bitch. If you're sitting back and you let Canelo come forward and you going backwards and he can breathe and he can rest and things of that nature, and you let him put his output out that he want to put out in the round, and he can pace himself, then you're gonna be in trouble down the stretch. But if you in that ring and you banging it out with his ass, and you stand there like David Benavidez said, David Benavidez gave a perfect fucking example. He like, you can't move on Canelo. You have to bite down and fight this motherfucker. You feel me? He feel like he got the power. Like you got to show him that you got power, get his respect, and you got to go balls to the walls with him. But you got to be smart at the same time. But you're gonna have to fight Canelo to beat Canelo. And Triple G showed that in the first fight. I mean, you go look at the first fight with Triple G. When he banged with Canelo ass, he had Canelo ass a little gas down the stretch. But Canelo having that motherfucking granite chin and being as tough as he is, right? He played positive on Triple G ass a couple times. And Triple G, he was tired of his goddamn self. But you got to sit there and you got to bang with Canelo ass to have a shot to beat Canelo. And I still give him all a chance because of his jab. He still got a strong ass jab. He still got the height and the reach. But with Canelo, his counter shots, his upper body movement, his motherfucking body shots is what's deadly. That's like if Maul was to gas out like that against Canelo, depending on how Canelo is in the ring, if they fight each other. But if he was to be in that position, like from the ninth to like I could say from like the ninth to the 12th, and Canelo is got something up in him, then yeah, Maul gonna be in bad trouble. He gonna be in bad trouble. But if he got Canelo throwing with him and Canelo ass gas just like him, right? Then you still give yourself a chance because that's when boxing come along. Because I think once you see that you can't knock a motherfucker out, you'll lose to boxing and trying to win the round. That's how I see Jermall Charlo and Canelo playing out. I see Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez playing out. We can look at those fights and be like, well, somebody going to sleep. But then again, to be those type of fights that I get all 12 rounds in and shit like that. So just looking at the fight with Jermall Charlo, yes, we can. A lot of people can run and scream. He got exposed, things of that nature because how the fight went, right? Him shooting his low, his ass gassing out and turning out, but still having the skills and the win to push through and win the fight. And a lot of people looking at his IQ, that was a headbutt. So I see dudes out there, oh, you fucked this out, man. That shit came from a headbutt. But still, if you'd put Canelo out with a Montiel, he ain't going past 6 rounds. I promise you that. I put money on that. That same dude that Jermall just fought, Canelo would, and I think body shots would have broke his ass down and he probably wouldn't have made it 4 rounds. And this just being real. You know what I'm saying? Because Canelo IQ is different. People sleep on Canelo IQ. That motherfucker got a high IQ. Floyd told you. He does everything well. He goes to the body well. He jab well. He can punch well. You feel me? The IQ was different and it only got better. Shit me if the man was 23 and at 30 years of age ain't getting no better. And he only got better. So now looking at that fight, right? If they say you're only as good as your last fight. You know what I mean? Canelo went out there, beat the fuck out of a Billy Joe Saunders, broke his ass sock and got him out of there. Jermall went 12 with somebody that he should have got out of there, right? You won all 12 rounds, but you should have got him out of there, just being truthfully, right? But Styles still make fights. He get up against Canelo, he get his ass up a little bit more than Montiel. I still edge Canelo to win, but I still think Maul got a shot in that fight. I still think his style of fighting, you know, depending on how his gas tank hold up and how good he can take a Canelo shot. Because as good as we can say he got a chin, right? We still got to see if you can take that Canelo punch with the power and the accuracy that Canelo has got. So it's still a hell of a fight that I want to see, bro. Still a hell of a fight that I want to see. I think if he go up, I'm with you on that though, Key. Canelo ain't coming to no damn 160. You ain't calling those type of shots on him. You just said you'll drop the titles and go up. The people need to see it. That's why I say don't contradict yourself, Neil. Because you bag yourself in the corner and people see that shit and they get on your ass. You know what I mean? So you said you'll drop the titles, go up. People want to see the fight. So which one you want? Do you want to go up and fight him? Or do you want to try to see if he'll come down? Because we know he ain't coming down. He only coming down for one man. And that man was Earl Spence Jr. That came out of Canelo mouth. So at the end of the day, bro, we'll see what's next for both of these dudes. To me, you know, Demetrius Andrade should be next for Jermall, because fuck that, we know Cater play next for Canelo. But we'll see what's next for Jermall Charlo. And it should be Demetrius Andrade. Hands down like 630. You know what I mean? No debating. But I still give him credit for his little performance. Yeah, and he's still the middleweight champion where he do put himself in position to get that fight. Go ahead, Key.
And y'all hit the like button for real. This shit ridiculous for real. Y'all sitting up here in the like button right in front of your face, and you can't do nothing but sit in the background and watch, but won't hit the like button. Come on, man. Like for real, y'all hit the smash on the like button. Shit don't make no damn sense.
Right, off point. Charlo ain't no goddamn trash, man. Get out of here, get out your feelings.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all, like for real, some of y'all just weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about to the ones that just forget to hit the like button. I'm talking about the ones that sit in the background the whole time and won't hit the like button just because. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Quit being fucking weirdos and shit. And salute to Earl Taylor Sr. What's happening with it? He said, good content, fam. Appreciate you. Now, you know, money, if I respect money, he gonna stick to his guns. Like I told all y'all was talking about some Jermall Charlo this and Jermall Charlo that, and Jermall Charlo beat the shit out of Canelo. All I'm saying is y'all gotta stick with that shit. Y'all said that, y'all gotta stick with it. Money, he's sticking to his guns. Me, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you ask me, and whatever amount of money you want to put on it, Jermall Charlo, everybody has a chance. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a chance. It's boxing. But Jermall Charlo's chance of beating Canelo is very slim. Straight up. Jermall Charlo's chance of beating Canelo is slimmer than the crackhead bitch that's been smoking for 20 plus years. That's slim. It's real slim. That shit ain't gonna go down. Like I said, I could look at the styles, certain styles of fights. It's just, it is what it is, you know. And Canelo he's just better than Jermall. I mean, I know we hate to say that shit, and I know a lot of people gonna come up with the if he's clean, like, come on, man. Like, miss me with all of that shit, man. The man got caught on clenbuterol, right? Clenbuterol one time. Y'all need to go research what clenbuterol is. Second of all, I never seen nobody take clenbuterol, right? And then all of a sudden get world-class boxing skills. Have you seen that shit, Money?
But I'm saying, Key, the man, and look, because we know people go, oh, y'all capping for this dude. Look, we're not capping for nobody. The man served this time from the computer all right. He came out. Like, I don't give a fuck. If y'all want to say he took this, if y'all want to say he cheat, it don't bother me. Go ahead, man. Okay, he bought it on himself. But if a man went in there against a dude that he plus took computer all with, in the first fight it was a draw, and then he come back in the second fight and look better than he did in the first fight, I mean, that's telling you a lot right there, bro. But y'all don't look at it that way. You feel me?
See, I know what that is, right? That's why I said y'all need to get past because like I said, y'all not going to go to that fucking betting line, right? I guarantee you right now, everybody in here that's saying that clenbuterol shit, yeah, he did it. I got on his helmet. Me and Money both, we crucified him for that shit. Let it go. You can't use that every time Canelo step in the ring and beat somebody, or every time we talk about him fight somebody that you like. You can't use it as an excuse every single time. Y'all need to cut that bullshit out, because a lot of y'all favorite fighters back in the day tested positive for some shit. But you don't keep the same energy. So all I'm saying is this. Earl Taylor Sr., they didn't legalize it, right? If you have 0.00000 something picograms in your system, that doesn't do nothing for you, right?
Hold on, let me shout my brother out. Talking sports, what's going down, my brother? Good to see you in the building, man. Damn good to see you in the building. Get back on your shit, bro. And I want you to come on my channel, man, so we can help you grow. Y'all go follow and subscribe to Talking Sports. That's my brother right there, man. What's going down, Jerome?
Right. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did his time. He is enrolled in VADA. He tests all the time. Every fight he tests. Am I lying? Money.
Nope, WBC. That's WBC.
He's enrolled in VADA. That's the most strictest testing you can get. He tests before every fight. So let's not every time see what it is y'all do that accordingly, according to if it's a fighter that you don't like, right? According to if it's a fighter that you don't like. Because every time Shane Mosley stepped in the ring, you didn't talk about no fucking clenbuterol. When we talk about Shane Mosley's great fights, you don't say, oh, well, he would have never did that if he was on, if he wasn't on PEDs. Come on, man. He did his time, and he ain't never tested positive before then or since then. It is what it is. Let that shit go. Because I guarantee you this. Everybody that's saying that clenbuterol shit, right? I guarantee you one thing. I guarantee you they could take each and every one of you, right, to his whole fight camp and say, look, we want y'all to stand over here. We want y'all to be around him, his whole fight camp. Every time he get tested, we want y'all to go to stand over him and watch it, right? Now, after y'all watch him throughout his whole training camp, after y'all watch him, right, we want y'all to take that same energy and go to the bet lines and bet against him. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. So that clenbuterol shit that y'all using is cool, right? But it's an excuse. I bet you won't take that shit to the betting lines. I guarantee you wouldn't. Because, see, you don't really believe that shit. You just using that as an excuse. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't say each and that when you know he's getting tested, right? Money. Let me ask you something. Money, let me ask you something. How did Canelo Alvarez get caught with clenbuterol in his system?
You said what was the reason behind it?
No, I said, how did he get caught with clenbuterol in his system?
Being tested.
Okay, say that again.
Being tested.
Okay, he got caught being tested with clenbuterol in his system, right? They caught him because he was using clenbuterol, and they tested him and caught him. So now are you telling me that after they caught him, they just automatically stopped testing him? Is that what you're saying? Because I need y'all to make this shit make sense to me. I mean, what title does he have, Money?
WBC, WBA,
so with the WBC, right? The last time I checked, you have to be enrolled in the Clean Boxing Nevada program, right?
Yep.
Just like Errol Spence, just like all of the other WBC champions, right?
Yep.
What title did what's his name just win? Fucking John Pascal. Didn't John Pascal have the WBC?
No, John Pascal just tested 30.
No, but he had, what belt did he have?
I might have to go see.
Okay. No, I'll get back to that. But anyway, like I said, so let's run that back once again. He tested positive, right? He got caught on clenbuterol because they tested him. So are y'all trying to tell me that they just stopped testing him for all his fights now? That's what y'all trying to tell me? I mean, y'all got to make this make sense. And it ain't that I'm on here fucking capping for Canelo and doing all of that. It's the thing that y'all not going to vilify a man's whole career for testing positive once, but y'all don't do it for everybody else. Now, if he get caught again, I'm going to be the first one on this fucking helmet. And you ain't going to be able to get me to shut up about it. Roski Leatherwood, he say, clenbuterol is a cutting agent, period. Doesn't help him fight, lose weight, and cut body fat. That's what it do. It help you lose weight, but they going to act like it's a fucking steroid that make you go into the fight like Godzilla. They gonna act like it give him fucking, you know what I'm saying? He take a chew a pill of clenbuterol, right? And he gonna fucking hop up with skills like Floyd Mayweather, a chin like Gennady Golovkin, right? They don't want to give him no credit, right? They don't want to act like it has nothing to do with him being in the gym, being a gym rat, and dedicating his life to the sport. Everything is because he took clenbuterol. Well, Canelo just beat such and such. Well, because he took clenbuterol. Well, Canelo just it's because of clenbuterol. So his whole career and everything that he's done and worked for is because of clenbuterol. Man, that shit crazy. It's crazy. Y'all need to get realer than that, for real. Y'all need to get off that bullshit straight up and down. Because everybody in here then made a mistake. Everybody in here has made a mistake in their life. And imagine if that one mistake that you made, right? Somebody threw it in your face for your whole life. Every time somebody just threw that in your face. You didn't change, you didn't moved on, you didn't got up, but that same mistake, somebody throwing that in your face your whole life. Don't do that. And salute again to Leatherwood. Salute, man. Big Truck Trap Star. You said no, they raised the level of clenbuterol that was legal. They raised the level of clenbuterol, right? See, y'all say shit, but then y'all just say shit to just say it. You know what I'm saying? I get on here and I speak facts. Y'all just say shit just to say it. They raised the level of clenbuterol to like, what was it, like point something picograms. What that means that they raised, so when you say shit, you in here with me. You better do your research on me. Because when I talk, I'm going to speak facts. And you can't just come in here and just say some shit, right? So I'm going to break down the facts. What they did is they raised the levels, right? And it was point something picograms. Saying that, okay, if you have this amount in your system, this amount can be from eating steak or something like that. But if you got any more than this, we know that you was taking it, and it couldn't be from no fucking steak. Because that amount that you saying that they raised it to, that's not even possible to do anything in the body. That ain't possible. You see this water like right here? You see this water? You see this? Let me see. You see this water right here, right? This alkaline water I got, right? And I'm thirsty. I'm in the fucking desert and I'm about to die and I need some fucking water. And I do this. Right? And I get a little drop on my tongue. That shit is not going to fucking quench my thirst. If I'm dying because I need water in my body, that shit is not going to do nothing. That's the same shit with the clenbuterol. So when y'all keep talking about, oh, they raised the levels, y'all trying to make it seem like, oh, they raised the levels real high so you can have clenbuterol in your system. No, that's not what it was. They raised the level so they can rule out if somebody does have some tainted meat, and his meat wasn't tainted. The motherfucker took clenbuterol, but he got caught. But they raised the levels to say, okay, if you were eating some steak and the steak did have some clenbuterol or something in it, we can rule it out, right? If you have this amount of your system, because then it's possible that could be, from you eating meat or something like that. But if you got any more than that, it ain't possible. That's all that was. So y'all got to keep it 100 when y'all keep bringing up that they raised the levels. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, they didn't just raise the levels. You actually, for him, they raised the levels. Man, what you think about that, Money? And let me read this super chat real quick. Hold on, man. Let me pull up this super chat and read it real quick. Hold on. My man Zenith 360 off in the building. Salute to you. He says clenbuterol helps bounce from weight to weight, helps you bounce from weight to weight, which is exactly what Canelo does. It's banned for a reason. It helps a ton. He can add muscle without fat. It's a performance enhancer. That's the purpose. Okay, once again, whatever you think clenbuterol does, whatever skills you think clenbuterol gives Canelo, right? At the end of the day, he got caught because he was tested using it. He get tested every fight. He is the WBC champion. I mean, so I don't know. That's what clenbuterol does. It helps you lose weight without cutting fat. I mean, without cutting muscle. It helps you cut fat without cutting the muscle mass. That's what it does. But Money, what you think about, Canelo getting caught on clenbuterol one time in his career, and then, the fans that don't like him using that for every win, everybody that you say that he gonna beat or might beat, and just using that for everything.
Like I say, bro, if they go get on Canelo ass, I'm not gonna knock them. Do what they do. Like I say with everybody else, if you bring it on yourself, then okay, if you bring it on them. That ain't gonna change my outlook at Canelo on the simple fact of, like you say, we know plenty of motherfuckers that got caught on steroids, and they get praised today by a lot of people that's knocking Canelo for what he did, right? But when y'all keep saying they raised the level of clenbuterol, it wasn't only for Canelo Alvarez. There was plenty of fighters that was getting caught with X amount of that shit in their meat. In their system, because of what happened over in Mexico with the shit being in the meat of all the animals that they put it in. Now, if y'all want to say, well, they just using that shit to cover it up, he really was on it, this, that, and the third. Well, all we can go off of is what was put down on paper, right? What was factual. That he got caught with X amount in his system, and the shit that was caught in his system wasn't enough to help out nothing. You feel me? Then, he got served his time, right? He served his time, so he got suspended. He did what he's supposed to do, got suspended. A lot of people look at it as saying, it was a slap on the wrist, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, he got suspended for taking clenbuterol, so that's on his resume. So if y'all want to strike at him, if y'all want to use that, go ahead, be my guest, bro. But like I say, for a man to use clenbuterol to help him in one fight, that was a draw, that some people say he lost. A lot of people, I thought he won the first fight, but you got some people that said that he lost the fight. Then he come back and beat that man even better in the second fight. It didn't test positive for anything. I mean, that says a lot to me. It says a lot, bro. Right? So when I'm looking at the situation, I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody saying, oh, he took this, he took that, or they raised him because of this, they raised him because there was so many Mexican fighters that was getting caught on clenbuterol. Not even Mexican fighters, but you had soccer players. I mean, you had people over in Mexico, a lot of them motherfuckers getting caught for clenbuterol. And you ain't gonna tell me that all these motherfuckers using clenbuterol just to get ahead. Like clenbuterol is the main source of thing to get you to where you need to get to. You know what I mean? So yes, they were shooting it in the meats over in fucking Mexico. People love to be in their country, and shit happens. Shit happens. Is it a possibility that he was taking clenbuterol? Yeah, I ain't gonna push shit past nobody. But I'm going off what was on paper. What was caught in the man's system wasn't enough for him to perform to no higher level or to help him out with shit. You know what I mean? And now y'all keep using him for the Triple G first fight. Look what he done after the Triple G fight. You see what I'm saying? Look at the skill level that he's been putting on, and look at what he's been achieving. And he haven't popped dirty for nothing. The man has been getting tested. So at the end of the day, man, I'm not for the whole one incident over somebody's head for their entire career. You know what I mean? Now, if you're a double motherfucking cheater or a triple cheater, then okay, I can understand the situation. Right. Man, you motherfuckers steady don't take. You think fat meat grease, things of that nature. But the man ain't been popped ever since he got popped. You know what I mean? The man ain't been popped ever since he got popped. So at the end of the day, do what y'all do, bro. If y'all feel certain way about Canelo, y'all go speak what y'all feel. We go speak what we feel. I feel like the man is a clean fighter. I feel like the man is a bad motherfucker. He stay in the gym and take his craft serious. You understand what I'm saying? Same shit that we want a lot of our other fighters to do, stay in the gym and take their fucking craft serious. But when you at the top of your game, bro, and it's boxing, this shit comes with the territory.
Yeah,
whether you Floyd Money Mayweather, whether you Earl Spence, and whomever, you know what I mean? It's gonna come with the territory, bro. It's all about you blocking that shit out, using that negativity for motivation, right? And continue to do what the fuck you do. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the history books. And Canelo will be in the history books, and can't nobody take that away from the kid, bro. So, like I say, I'm not gonna cheat myself out of greatness because of personal feelings or personal reasons for not liking somebody and not having real facts on the situation. But if y'all want to beat the man ass over the clenbuterol that happened back in whatever year that was, be my guest, bro. Be my guest. You feel me? Like I say, I'm not cheating myself out of greatness, bro. And Canelo, that motherfucker is great, and he's putting on hell of a performance. and I'm enjoying him. And I want to see him against Caleb Plant. I think he's gonna be undisputed. I think he's gonna put on another hell of a performance. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Let me read some of these super chats too. Big Truck Trap Star, salute to you in the super chat again. He says, do they have weight classes for a reason? If it's a cutting agent, then he can drop weight without being drained and maintain power. Yeah, if he's using it all the time. But like I said, the fact still remains, and you are correct. You absolutely correct, Big Truck Driver. I agree with you 150%. But what you not stating and what y'all looking over the fact is y'all acting like the man don't get tested, that he's not enrolled in VADA. What else you want him to do? I don't understand.
I know you about to read another super chat, but let me say this.
Yeah.
OPC Music Group. I don't give a fuck what they will say about Wilder, bro. Listen, that's the thing. We don't go off other people's narratives. I don't give a fuck what somebody have to say, bro. You feel me? I'm gonna speak how I feel about a person. He gonna speak what he feel about a person. I don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about. These people saying, or they not giving him a first shake. He not getting a first shake. They not get. I'm gonna speak the truth, bro. And if this shit happened to Wilder, he got caught up in Brutal, and after that, whatever Canelo got caught on, and after that, Wilder haven't been caught for shit else. I'm gonna speak the same truth right now about Wilder that I'm speaking about Canelo. I don't give a fuck about what they will do. They don't ban us, like they don't pay our fucking bills. They don't get to. I'm not worrying about what they write or what they do. That's why this is everything boxing and sports, and that's why I am Monty Brown TV. We go speak our truth, bro. Fuck what they say. That's why I say I gotta get out of the mindset of what they saying and let them make you put a perception on somebody, bro. Come on, man.
Straight up, man. I couldn't have said it no better. Robert Drummond off in it with the super sticker. Appreciate you showing love and support. We got Earl Taylor Sr. He said it ain't only the PEDs. He ducked every division till he fight Charlo, Andrade, Benavidez, Bivol, Bitterby. He a duck. Okay, if that's how you feel, man. That's how you feel, man. But appreciate you, man. I can't tell you how to feel about the situation, but let me read this, right? I'm gonna read, and it's so many on here, right? The list goes on and on and on. But I'm just gonna read some of the notable fighters, right? Some of your notable fighters that's been caught on PEDs, right? Of course, Canelo, Chris Arreola. Let me see, Andre Berto, Mickey Bay, Shannon Briggs. Hold on. Of course, we already know about Tyson Fury cheating ass. Evander Holyfield, Roy Jones Jr. Let me see, and I'm gonna keep going. Shane Mosley. Hold on. Let me see. Frankie Randall that beat Chavez. So we gonna say, well, Frankie Randall would have never beat Chavez if he wasn't on PEDs. I don't know. Y'all got to keep that same energy, right? Let me see who else. Romain Stavern, Felix Stern. It's so many on here. Antonio Tarver. Everything that Antonio Tarver accomplished in his life, the win over Roy Jones, we got to say that it was because PEDs. Now, I think, well, and we can say that about Antonio Tarver because this is the thing about Antonio Tarver. Like Money said, he was a habitual user. He got caught several times. But that's a whole different story in itself, right? Fernando Vargas. Pernell Whitaker on here. So, all the names that I named, right? Those are just some of the names. There's a whole lot on here, right? You guys got to go back, right? James Toney, Pernell Whitaker, some of your favorite fighters is on this list, right? So you got to go back and you got to take everything away from their whole entire career, if that's the energy that you're using with Canelo, and you got to do the same thing with everybody else. If you're not willing to do that, don't get in here typing, trying to take everything that Canelo has accomplished in his whole career. Because if you can't keep the same energy, you can't do that. If you're not willing to do that, and I'm not willing to do that. right? I'm not willing to do that because my favorite fighter of all time, Roy Jones, he got caught on PEDs, right? But they came and they said it was from a substance that he was taking that was tainted, right? So you think because that was one time, right? You think I'm gonna say, well, Roy Jones would have never had all them skills. Roy Jones wouldn't have never been able to move up and down in weight if it wasn't for PEDs. And just take away all of the hard work that Roy Jones did his whole career, all of the hard work that Pernell Whitaker did his whole career, all of the hard work that Shane Mosley did his whole career, and just take that all away and say it was because of PEDs. Nah, man, that's some bullshit. Y'all need to stop, just doing shit like that because you don't like a person. You don't like a fighter. That's all I'm saying, man, because I see through that shit. I know why y'all doing it. Zenith 360 says he can't pop again. That's why the levels were raised. Man, I'm not finna go there with you, bro. I just explained that whole situation. Now you want to be now you trolling. Big Trucker said the same thing. He can't get popped again because the levels were raised. I like y'all like talking to a brick wall. This like punching a brick wall and then running off wondering why your hand broke.
I mean, that's their opinion. Like I said, we're not here to change.
Come on, bro.
Change nobody's opinion. That's how they feel. That's how they feel. I respect it, but at the same time,
I don't really think they feel like that. I think that if this was a fighter that they liked, and I'm being honest, I'll be willing to take a lie detector test and sit down with y'all. If this was a fighter that y'all like that got caught on some clenbuterol one time, they're enrolled in WBC clean testing, they get blood tested every fight, I'd be willing to take a lie detector test with y'all, and I guarantee you that you don't feel that way if it was a fighter that you like. Straight up. Big Trucker said, did they raise the level for any other fighters?
Yes, they did.
They raised the level for all of boxing. So yeah, they did. So you know what I mean? Just like in MMA, right? In MMA, when John Jones had that shit in his system, right? And they found like a 0.000 point something of a picogram, and they ended up not even suspending John Jones because they was like, well, it you know what I'm saying, it could have been in there for years of usage, and it doesn't even have no effect on you. Like it can't do nothing. Don't come up in here with that bullshit talking about if I accept cheating and white supremacy. What the fuck is you talking about right now? The fuck is you talking about? Come up here with that dumbass shit. Talking about you accept cheating and white supremacy in boxing. The fuck? What the fuck is you talking about? You ain't finna stand on shit. Come up here with that goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And first of all, I'm the first one that got on Canelo Alvarez's head for cheating. Money, was I not? Have I not gotten on Canelo Alvarez's head for that shit when he popped? I got all over him. But I'm not going to use it for his whole career. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to vilify the man throughout his whole career, and use that as an excuse. We got to learn when to get off of that shit. Now, if he get popped again, it's cool. If he get popped again, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We gonna all get on this fucking helmet. If you get, this is my thing. If you get popped, okay, one time, okay, we'll let you slide with that excuse, just as long as you steady blood testing, and every fight after that, you never get caught again. Now, if you start getting caught again, if you get caught again, now you're a habitual user. Now that proves that you just trying to find ways to get around it, and they catching you. Because they will catch your ass with them blood tests. I don't give a fuck if you Canelo or who you are. They gonna catch you. Now they might catch you and try to cover it up and say, they might lose one of your samples or something, but it's gonna come out. They gonna catch your ass. So it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna think what y'all think, I just want to give a man credit for the fighter that he is, just like every other fighter. You feel me? Big Truck Trap Star says, no, I mean, when they found a particular PED for each individual fighter, no clenbuterol. I'm talking about those favorite fighters you spoke of. He said, no, I mean, when they found that particular PED for each individual, you said that basically that they raised the level of whatever they found in them other fighters. No, they didn't. But like I said, man, I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. Y'all can use PED for his whole career from whatever he did before and whatever he do, after that. Y'all can continue to use PED. But I'm going to tell y'all going to continue to be mad. Just the same shit that they did with Floyd Mayweather, right? Y'all going to continue to be mad because of his skills. And every time he wins, and every time you see him step in the ring against somebody that you want to beat him, you're going to continue to be mad. That's it. That's all it's going to do. So you're not doing nothing for yourself. You're just going to continue to get madder and madder every time he step in the ring and beat somebody that you wishing and praying that he lose to. The same shit that they did with Floyd. They made every excuse in the world with Floyd Mayweather. Oh, it's this. It's because, and they just kept getting madder and madder. And they still mad to this day why he's retired. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it to yourself, man. Let's let it go. Louis G says, and salute to you. Louis G says, answer the question in the chat. Do you think Canelo is a boxing talent? Yes or no? Honest analyst beyond the criticism. He says, when he fights, do you watch? Man, they do. And like I said, man, they're going to use that they're going to go to the grave with that clenbuterol. They're not going to give him no credit in his whole career. Before he got caught on clenbuterol, it was something else. Y'all got to understand, when you get to a status like Canelo Alvarez, that all comes with the territory. You see what I'm saying? We seen the same thing with Floyd Mayweather. We seen the same thing with Floyd Mayweather. It all comes with the territory. You feel me? That's just what it is, man. I understand how the game of boxing plays, man. When you get to that level, you got a lot of people that's gonna hate you. They damn near gonna hate you, but they're gonna watch you. They're gonna watch every one of your fight, and deep down inside, they know how good you really are, but they're not gonna admit it. It's just what it is, man. I don't really got nothing to say, but like I said, if Canelo Alvarez ever gets caught on PEDs again, on anything again, I'm gonna be the first one on here getting on his fucking head about this shit. That's it, man. Nitty G say, don't get me wrong, Canelo is definitely great, but I'm not sure if he's on Floyd's level yet. Nah, he's not on Floyd's level. He'll never be on Floyd's level, but that don't mean he ain't a great fighter. You feel me? He's not on Floyd's level. None of them dudes on Floyd's level. But that just it don't mean that he's not a great fighter, and you got to give him his credit, man. That's just what it is. And I think I might have missed the super chat. Hold on, make sure I didn't miss nothing in here, and then we can move on. We can move on, man. And to me, it ain't about Canelo or none of these other fighters. To me, honestly, it's about right and wrong. I'm going to stick up for what's right, and I'm going to, go against the grain with what's wrong. Zenith 360, he said he going to question all of their wins except for including Canelo. I mean, if that's what you're going to do, I can respect that. every fighter that's ever tested positive, if you're going to keep the same energy, I can't do nothing but respect that. But if you pick and choose who you keep that energy for, then I can't respect that. That's all I'm saying. If you got the same energy for all of them, hey, I respect that. Why assume we hate Canelo because we suspicious of a known cheater? I'm suspicious of all cheaters. We never said he wasn't good, but I question him and everyone that has ever cheated and not hate. I mean, like I said, man, if that's what you saying and that's what you sticking to, man, I respect it. But salute to you, Zenith. Big Truck Trap Star, he says, bro, I'm not mad. I just don't agree with your narrative on clenbuterol and raising the level. He's a hell of a fighter. Charlo going to sleep. I mean, what narrative am I running with? I don't understand what you mean with narrative. You know what I'm saying? It's not a narrative. If they raise the level of clenbuterol, right? Like Money said, they didn't just raise it for him, they raised it for everybody. They raised it for everybody. So I don't understand what you're saying. You got to make this shit make sense to me. They didn't say, okay, when Canelo fights, he can have this amount of clenbuterol in his system, but nobody else can. I don't understand, man. Okay, you're saying that they raised it because of him. Now everybody can have that level of clenbuterol in their system. So I don't understand what you're saying. So what advantages? Because what you're trying to get at is that Canelo is able to have advantages over other fighters. That's basically what you're saying. That's what you have to be saying, because you keep saying that they raised the levels because of him. Well, they raised the levels in boxing for everybody. So if that's the case, what advantages can he have over anybody else if they raise the levels of clenbuterol? That's what you're saying, that the levels that they raise is going to help him so much. Well, it's going to help everybody else. So what advantages does he have? I'm saying. You said, did everyone else pop or did he? Nah, because they raised the levels, homie. You just said it. So everybody taking clenbuterol now, but they raised the level because they raised the level. So everybody got some clenbuterol in their system. Man, like I said, man, let's just move on. We're gonna agree to disagree. Like I said, I'm just giving the man credit for what he's done. I'm not gonna vilify him for making one mistake, because I guarantee you, Big Truck Trap Star, I guarantee you did some shit in your life, and you would hate for somebody to vilify your whole life and to bring it up every second. Every time you do something great in your life, they want to bring up, well, back in, you know what I'm saying, 1995, did you? You gonna hate that shit, bro. Let's not do that. Jay Cooley says, we as fans knowing this shit been going on since he got caught. So just a waste of breath. But yeah, man, let's move on, man. Let's move on. But salute to y'all. Like I said, Money, you got anything else? You got anything you want to add on this?
No, I ain't got nothing else on that topic.
Yeah, like I said, man, this shit gonna go on until the end, man. Just like it did with Floyd. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Man, I forgot where we was at. But anyway, as speaking, man, anyway, I wanna say something else on Charlo, man. On Charlo. Because Charlo, right? He already said, right, because we arguing about what Charlo can do to Canelo and all of that, but he basically told y'all that he don't want to fight Canelo. He says that he not going to no 168. He's staying at 160, and he's going to reign at 160 for a long time, right? He want all the belts at 160, Money. That's what he said. He said he wants all the belt at 160, right? So Charlo has been continuing to call out guys that he know is not going to fight him. Triple G has been said for years and years that he would never fight Jermall Charlo, right? Triple G trainer went on Dante's Boxing Nation and said that Triple G will never fight Jermall Charlo, right? Triple G backed that up when he fought, what was that dude? Steven Rose or something. When what was that in 2018 or 2019? Triple G backed that up and he said that he's never gonna fight Jermall Charlo, and he said he never was gonna fight Demetrius Andrade. He said those guys, he said, I have other fighters that I need to give a chance to, not those guys. He said he was never gonna fight Jermall Charlo, right? So Jermall Charlo steady calling out scary ass fucking Triple G. Scary ass Triple G. Triple G don't want no smoke with nobody. When are y'all gonna see that Triple G, he don't want to fight nobody unless it's a tailor-made opponent that's gonna stand right in front of him like a fucking zombie and just walk forward so he can punch on like a fucking punching bag. The only type of fighters Triple G want to fight in Canelo. That's it. He want to fight cab drivers in Canelo. If it ain't that, he don't want to fight you. You know what I'm saying? What is Murata? A motherfucking goddamn a zombie that's gonna walk forward and get hit in the face all day. That's the only type of fighters Triple G want to fight. That's it. So, is it Jermall Charlo's fault that Triple G been ducking him? Because they've been in the same weight class. And we ain't making this shit up because Triple G has said out of his own mouth he'll never fight Jermall Charlo. So if that ain't a duck, I don't know what it is. So you know he ain't gonna fight you. He got a fight coming up with Murata, and this motherfucker sitting out all the way until December. Triple G. He fighting Murata in December, right? So with that being said, whoever was doing the commentary in the ring, he said, hey, you know, Triple G and Murata, since they busy and they got a fight in December, they're tied up. What about Demetrius Andrade? Now, Jermall Charlo, I want to play it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not finna run with no Jermall Charlo called out Andrade. I don't like Andrade. I fuck with Jermall Charlo. I don't like Andrade, but I ain't finna play it like that, right? Hold on. Jermall Charlo, I'm gonna let y'all hear it. So y'all ain't gotta hear it from my mouth. Hold on. Let me see. Damn, man. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Let me see if I can find it quick because I want to play this shit. Money.
Yeah.
Money. You know what I'm talking about. Was it in the ring or it was at the post-fight press conference, right?
What you was looking for?
When they asked about Demetrius Andrade.
Which one?
Jermall Charlo. When they asked Jermall Charlo about Demetrius Andrade this weekend.
The post-fight.
Okay. Hold on. I want to find this shit because I really want y'all to hear this shit. And let me know if this is a man that seemed like that he wants to fight. Hold on. Said Jermall Charlo and them, man, they be cracking me up talking, dog. Dudes is something else.
Big Dose, what's going down, fam? How you feeling, champ? Scott A, y'all go subscribe to World Combat Sports, man. One of the hottest in the fucking business. What's going down, Scott?
Here we go.
Yeah, let's go get it.
Hold on.
Talk. See.
Okay, here we go. Right here. I found it. Now, y'all can be the judge of this. Does this sound like somebody that really wants to smoke? Hold on.
Take some time off, friends. Be with the family. Enjoy your Father's Day tomorrow. But it seems like Murata and Triple G already have plans to fight at the end of this year, which leaves Demetrius Andrade. Any interest in a unification fight there maybe towards the end of this year?
For sure, he got a belt. Yeah, let's go get him. He talking, and he gonna run right into some. You know, we about that. Like I'm ready. Like don't worry about none of that. Like we gonna take care. We gonna clean up the division sooner or later. Like man, I'm really relaxed. I'm chilling. You see me walking through it. Like bro, I'm gonna make the best adjustments, and that's just what I'm here for. I don't make the fights. I don't pick the fights. You know, whatever circumstances that he in, I'm not here for none of that. I'm a fighter. I own the Lions Only promotion, but I don't have rights to make the sanction bouts and to make the commissioners of each belt and he fights on a different network. I'm not into all that, all right? I'm just saying, if you want to fight, you know how to make the fight happen. That's all I'm about. You know, like, I'm not going to go back and forth with him, but he's a horrible fighter. He's a horrible fighter. I mean, this is going to be a horrible fight. I mean, what you're saying, like, you know, whatever. I'm cool with all that. You know, I'm not here to talk shit about anybody who's warriors. I'm down to get in the ring with anybody. I just show y'all a fight. Like, you know, let's see if you can beat dude I just fought. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll talk. You know, like, whatever.
And secondly, obviously, here in front of your home crowd, beautiful.
Oh, he went from bring him on, he got a belt, to stuttering and going around and talking about the business and he's how much of a horrible fighter he is and that's what y'all want to see him more. Man, all you gotta say is, man, yeah, I want to fight him next. And then he gonna end it with, well, let's see if he can beat the fighter Montiel that I just fought tonight, and then come and talk to me. Let's see if he can beat him. Bro, you don't want to fight him. Did that sound like somebody that really wanted to fight to y'all? Because that didn't sound like to me somebody that really wants to smoke. And I don't like fucking Doodoo Andrade. And I would love to see Jermall Charlo go and knock his ass off. I would love to see Jermall Charlo go knock him out. But that what y'all, for me, what I heard right there, that didn't sound like somebody that wanted to fight to me. And I'm just keeping it 100. Let me see what y'all got to say. That didn't sound like somebody that wanted to smoke. Let me see. How you gonna call Demetrius Andrade a horrible fighter, but you just had a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like you had a tough fight against this dude Juan Montiel. So Juan Montiel ain't a horrible fighter, but Demetrius Andrade is. You got to make it make sense to me. Isaac Bermudez says the stutter and say it all, bro. Cassandra Mason off in the building. What's going on? She says, damn, how I missed this. Shaking my head. I was just watching your video an hour ago. She says, anyway, salute to you, Cassandra. You can run it back. You can run it back. Big Dose 513. What's happening with it? He says, nope. Earl Taylor, he says, and I fuck with Marl Harry. He don't believe it neither. Tyrone Williams says, nah, Charlo moving sus. 817 Boxing B, what's happening with it? Salute to you. He said, shaking my head, Charlo don't want no real smoke. Big truck trap star off in that super chat again. He said, sound like a house cat, no line. Like, bro, he making a whole bunch of excuses. Like, come on, man. I think they walked him. See, what it was is that, right? Just like I told Money. That's like when you got that friend, right, that's talking a whole bunch of shit. When you was growing up, right, you teenagers, you had that friend that's talking a whole bunch of shit about this cat. And then the dude come around, you like, man, he out there right now. And he like, oh, man, I'm going to go beat his ass. And then he go out there, right, and the crowd form around him. And then he keep talking shit, but he backing up. And then every time you got to push him back. You got to push him back in that circle. He go in the circle, then he get to talking shit and backing up. And you got to force him in that circle. That's Jermall Charlo. See, they hit him with that question, and he was real tough right off the bat. But then he started thinking about it, and then he started backtracking. That's all he did. He was backtracking. That's why he started stuttering. That's why he started making excuses. Oh, well, let him fight Montiel, and then we can see after that. Come on, man. You don't want that fight, Jermall. I played the footage, so I'm not putting words in his mouth. I'll let y'all hear. That's why I want to play it. 817 Boxing B, he said, we've been holding the Charlos up and defending them when they ain't giving us a leg to stand on. Really, that's real shit, man. He don't want to smoke. And like I said, I would love for Jermall Charlo to beat the shit out of Dudu Andrade. I don't like Dudu Andrade. Everybody know me. No, I don't fuck with Dudu. But you can't sit there and call him a horrible fighter because he's not. Especially if you fight competition like Montiel. Let's just keep it 100. Now, Money, what's your assessment on that, what I just played?
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. It's kind of contradicting, bro. And I say he can't be saying things like that because people go point that shit out ASAP. Just like the Canelo situation. You want to drop the belt to go to 68, then he got to come to 60. You go handle him. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Right? Now it's, let's see if he can beat Montiel. You can't do those type of things, bro. But this is the thing. This fight has already been growing up. This fight should have been happening and all that shit, bro. This man that came to one person, and I was looking where the fuck Demetrius Andrade was at. You the one said you popping up at the post fight. Where the fuck you was at? You should have had your ass at the post fight. You run up on Canelo. This the dude you need to be running up on right here. You know what I mean?
And that nigga wasn't going to do that shit in no Houston.
That would have been right on time. No, he should have had his ass. That would have been right on time.
Man, right, he would beat the shit out of him in Houston, bro.
They weren't gonna touch him in no damn Houston.
Right.
He could have went up in that motherfucker, and that shit would have been right on time for his ass. Right out the he just won. He free. You free. That was his mandatory. So now he got a voluntary coming up. You could have been right there in his goddamn face saying, "What's up now, bro? I just beat my opponent. You just beat your opponent." Right? We both had what people want to call subpar performances. Right? I didn't look too good, but I got the W. I'm still an IBF champ. That you went in there, you had a tough fight, you still WBC champ. Now it's time for us to get it on. It ain't nothing else to say. It's nothing else to say. It's nothing else to do, bro. Both our ass in our 30s. We still sitting around. We've been wanting each other for 154. I done ran down on you then. Yeah, fuck talking about me fighting Montiel. Andrade ain't gonna do nothing but beat him, right? And probably take less punishment because he go box his ass, who knows? But at the end of the day, that shit is over with, bro. We don't need to be stalling no more fights. Me and you right now, let's get it on. Right? Let's make this shit happen. That's when you call a nigga bluff. You say you go pop up. I was looking for his motherfucking ass. You listen to Benoit Hopkins telling you to chase down Canelo. You need to be chasing down a motherfucker that's in your weight division. The other champion that's right there. That's what should be wasting your time on. Canelo already got somebody. Caden Plant. You need somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's the fight for him, bro. I think he should have. That's who Maul should be focusing on. That's who Andrade should be focusing on. You don't get no bigger than that for either or. There's nobody at 160 that's gonna give Maul more credit than fucking Andrade, unless it's Triple G. You ain't getting that fight. And the same with Andrade, you're not getting Triple G. So y'all right there with each other. Y'all so quick to face a Canelo, so quick to face a Triple G, but y'all not quick to face each other. And Maul, you say you want Triple G, and he on his own. So it's like it just be mind-boggling, bro. Mind-boggling. That's the fight that both of them motherfuckers need to get into. Andrade, Jermall Charlo, Andrade, however you want to put it, whoever the A side, and make that fight happen, bro, and set yourself apart and make some noise. Because, like I said, if Triple G go fight Murata and he got 2 scraps, you sitting up here with 2 scraps, then it comes inevitable, and that shit becomes a talk. You go look at the champions. Triple G got 2 titles. You got 2 titles. Like, especially in this year with a lot of undisputed is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it just make, well, probably next year because they'll be fighting in the fall time. But nonetheless, it'll just make perfect sense. It'll make perfect sense, especially if both of y'all talking about staying at 60. Now it don't matter what Triple G talking about, he don't want to fight you. The question comes up now. You got 2 titles, he got 2 titles. Do you want to face Jermall Charlo? Jermall, do you want Triple G? That's gonna be the only question. If both of us hold on to 2 titles, it's inevitable, bro. That's gonna be the question with every fucking every announcement. Well, that should be the question because you know how these motherfucking mainstream media be. But that should be the question every time they stick a camera in their face. Unified champion versus unified champion for undisputed. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, that's how I look at it. That's what they should be doing. But they steady worrying about a goddamn Canelo who ain't worrying about them at the moment, right? And that shit it ain't gonna do nothing but drag it out. Ain't gonna do shit but drag it out.
Yeah, man. If he had went to Houston, he would have got fucked up in Houston. Ain't no way, because first of all, Demetrius Andrade, he don't roll with no big entourage or nothing like that.
Bro,
So
nobody put their hands on that man, bro.
So he would have got hands put on him in Houston. Now, I'm not saying that Charlo would have put hands on him because he a fighter, but somebody would have put hands on him in Houston. If you think that fucking Demetrius Andrade could have went out there to H-Town for the weekend by himself, went to the fight, and then ran off in that man press conference and not had hands on him, he did the smartest thing. He knew that he wasn't going to no fucking Houston.
Ain't nobody
Jermall Charlo,
Demetrius Andrade if you go to Houston, bro.
In Jermall Charlo hometown.
What y'all think? What do y'all think people is, bro? Y'all think he just y'all gotta be crazy,
if
man.
you think that they would have let him slide out of there, right? When
Bro,
he went in there and disrespected that man.
That ain't no disrespect. That's what y'all talking about, disrespect.
Okay, if that's what you think, that's what you think. If that's what you think, if you think he could have went in that man press conference and been out in Houston for the weekend, when everybody know the backstory between Demetrius Andrade and the Charlos, and you think he just would have went out of there untouched and nobody would have did nothing to him?
He was in them dudes' face. He was in them dudes' face before. It ain't shit.
It wasn't in Houston.
He was in a post fight before. And it don't matter if it's in Houston.
It wasn't. It does matter.
Like, ain't nobody finna put their damn hands on that man.
Bro, if that's what you think, that's what you think. But I'm telling you different.
Who do y'all think people is? Y'all look at.
I'm telling you different. If you think that he would have been able to go out to Houston and do all that silly shit and not get touched, you tripping.
What the fuck
right now?
What the fuck is you think he's doing? Is going out there trying to make.
That's what you think. That's what you think. But you're wrong.
Nigga, you wrong. I just gonna say that man.
You wrong.
Y'all crazy than the motherfucker, bro. Y'all think people just going out there like people just I'm going out to Houston and people just gonna put their hands on me. Man, y'all better go on with that sucker shit.
Big money Texas Toledo said he would have ended up on the shirt fucking with Charlo. I got a lot of family in Houston. I know how it go down. They not letting him just walk.
This man is going there to a post fight, right? To try to get a fight. I don't know what the fuck y'all on. Like this shit is some gang shit or
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying you saying that he should have showed up to the fight. Bro, he wouldn't even be able to sit in the audience before they got on his helmet.
Dang. I don't know what the fuck y'all think people
Okay, all right. So you acting like nothing goes down there at boxing events. All the boxing events I've been to, you acting like nothing goes down at boxing events.
What makes y'all think this man is gonna go out there?
Demetrius Andrade don't walk around with security and shit like that. He be by himself.
Demetrius Andrade go to Houston to get a fight with Charlo, right? He going out there, and y'all just automatically, hey, what the fuck this nigga doing in Houston? Hey, you better get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, all right. I mean, like I said, I don't think he would have been able to go to Houston and sit in that audience and just do all that silly shit. You're gonna have somebody ignorant in there that's gonna try. That's You're gonna have some fans that's gonna try some shit.
What silly shit is he going to do, Key? Answer that, bro.
Jermall Charlo, excited fighter. He can really create big money. Excuse me. He can really create big money fights at 160. Fight Boo Boo or Munguia, then move up to 168 and hunt. If he can't really create, I think he mean. But I don't. My opinion, I don't see him going to Houston and that shit ending well like that. If he ran up in Charlo's press conference and did all of that, and like I said, he be by himself. He don't be having no entourage or nobody with him. He might be with him and his pops.
Bro, I don't know what you mean though. You said he can go up and not doing all that silly shit. What silly shit is the man doing? If the man going to fighters go to post fights all the time, so you telling me this man ain't got the right to go up there? If he go up there, motherfucker just look at him. Oh look, there go Demetrius Andrade. Let's whoop his ass.
So what was he gonna do? So what was he gonna do? Hide in the crowd?
What the fuck is he hiding in the crowd? What the fuck you gotta hide at a boxing event for, bro?
So you don't think that none of the people in Houston know the backstory between Jermall Charlo? Between the Charlos and Demetrius Andrade.
What, they want to fight each other? Because I don't see no street shit or none of that shit going down where a motherfucker this and that.
You don't see that, but you got a whole bunch of ignorant motherfuckers that look at it like that.
Man,
that's all I'm saying.
Shit. At the end of the day, you gonna think what you think. Ain't shit gonna happen to that man. He should have had his ass in Houston. It would have been a perfect time. Jermall Charlo ain't got nothing else to do. That was his mandatory. You just handled your business. I don't know if Liam Wynn was a mandatory or not. I think he was. You don't got nothing else to do. You should have had your ass in Houston saying, "Let's fight, Maul. Me and you next."
Hey, that's the same. Hey, they didn't have, right. The same shit with Terrence Crawford. They tried to jump on his motherfucking helmet in Dallas. So I mean, what is he saying? Juan Ramos, it says it was too many steppers at the fight. John Kramer said, "Fact, money gonna think how he think. I'm not gonna change how he think. It is what it is, you know." But he said, "What happened when Jacobs ran up on him in the hallway?" They was in the hallway backstage.
Hey, that's an organ. Ain't shit happened there. That man went to the club. Ain't shit happened to the Charlo. So, man, if something happened to the Charlo, like I say, Andrade saw them dudes at this post-fight conference, at that post-fight conference. Ain't shit happened. If he didn't went to Houston, once shit go, that man would have made it right out of Houston.
You saying at this fight post-conference and they weren't in that man's hometown though. That's a whole. You can't compare him running up in a press conference somewhere else. Ain't none of them got no ties to running up in a press conference in that man's hometown.
That was the time for his ass to go there.
Come on, man,
and talk about that fight. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. So
at the
end of the day, that man wasn't gonna get touched. That man would have been A-OK and would have been wherever the fuck he was
going. And I'm saying different. So it is what it is. But anyway, man, but like I said, at the end of the day, man, he don't want no smoke. Jermall Charlo not acting like he want that fight. You know what I'm saying? Jermall Charlo is not acting like he want that fight at all. He's not. You know what I'm saying? So Jermall Charlo, man, he gonna have to start acting like really he wanting to smoke with Demetrius Andrade. In the way that Jermall Charlo is acting right now, we're not gonna see a fight between him and Demetrius Andrade no time soon. Because all the man had to say is when he said, "Yeah, he got a belt, bring him on." He could have left it at that. He could have left it at that and said, "Look, man, I'm gonna work on make the fight happen. We gonna get together and we're gonna try to make this fight happen. He got a belt and I got a belt. The fight need to be happen." It wasn't that though. Big Dose 513 says, "If ain't nothing happened to Bud over Spence, ain't nothing gonna happen to Boo Boo." So did they not try to get to Bud? They tried to get to him, and Spence had to reach over the ropes and yell at him like, "Cut that shit out. Stop." They was trying to get at Bud in them. That's a fact. And Bud rolled with more people than goddamn Demetrius Andrade do. And Bud got more respect from people than he do. But you know, it is what it is. I just think it was a lot. I think it was a smart move for him not to go there and, you know, crash the press conference in Houston and all that. To me, I think he was smart staying where he stayed. I mean, he don't need to do all of that because Jermall Charlo know he wants that fight. Everybody know he want that fight. Everybody do. No, that wasn't no Mexicans that was getting the Bud, Carlos Resendez. I actually know the people that was getting that Bud. That wasn't no Mexicans. But anyway, man. Moving on, man. Did you get a chance, Money, to see what to listen to what Jermell Charlo had to say about Deontay Wilder?
Yeah, that's what I'm actually working on now. I just listened to it, what he had to say.
Right. So let me say, so Jermell Charlo, man, right? So Wilder, right? We know that Jermell Charlo had came on Deontay Wilder's live feed when Deontay, and see, this is the thing, right? Jermell Charlo's out here. He trying to clean up that shit that he said when he said race don't matter, right? He trying to clean it up because, of course, he didn't have people around him tell him, bro, you need to go clean that shit up. He didn't have his, people, Kelly Swanson, all of them. They didn't tell him to go clean that shit up, right? And you could tell by when he was talking that he was told to do an interview and to go clean that shit up because he was like, I'm right here, and I usually don't do interviews, I be talking with his head leaned to the side. I usually don't do interviews, and y'all should be happy that I'm actually doing the interview with y'all right now. But I want to let everybody know, they told him to clean it up. They said you got to go out there, you got to clean that shit up, right? So what Deontay Wilder was saying is Deontay Wilder wasn't saying, oh, I lost to Tyson Fury because of my skin color. That's not what Wilder said. So they trying to flip it like, oh, Wilder was trying to make it like he lost to Tyson Fury because of his skin color. That shit sounds fucking ignorant. Like, how could he lose to Tyson Fury because of his skin color? Don't try to flip what the fucking man was saying. He was saying that the way that he is being treated during this whole situation with Tyson Fury, right, is because of the color of his skin. He's being vilified and treated like he's been treated because of the color of his skin, right? He's been treated like he's being treated in boxing, right? With everything that's going on, everybody trying to make it like that cheating doesn't exist. All of a sudden, now that it happens to him, they trying to make it like he has no credibility in boxing. Now that he's coming out with accusations and claims, right? The way that he's being treated, he's telling you is because of the color of my skin. Because I guarantee you, if I had a different skin color, if I had a lighter skin complexion, I wouldn't be treated like this. So that's what Wilder was saying. He wasn't saying, oh, I lost to Tyson Fury because I was cheated. No, that's not what he was saying, right? So he was telling you what's actually facts. What are facts? I'm being treated like this in the sport of boxing, right? Because of my skin color. Now, Coon has Jermell Charlo. He want to bring his ass in when he could have said anything else, right? And he says that race doesn't matter. You know exactly what you were saying. Race doesn't matter. Because now the narrative tries to get flipped, right? You know what I'm saying, Money? You see how they try to flip the narrative and try to make it like, oh, Deontay Wilder was saying that he lost to Tyson Fury because of his skin color. Does that even make sense? But see, they try to flip the narrative and then they let y'all run with it. You feel me, Money?
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they know exactly what Deontay Wilder was saying during that interview. And when Deontay Wilder was saying that, Jermell Charlo, coon ass, like I said, he came in and he says, race doesn't matter. You knew exactly what you were saying. You knew exactly what you meant by what you were saying. Just like when you did a live stream, when all of that shit with Kaepernick and George Floyd and all of that shit was going down. I think it was during the George Floyd situation, right?
Uh-huh.
And you know, somebody came in your live stream and said, you know, was talking about the injustice that was going on and that Black Lives Matter. And you went off on the dude talking about all lives matter. Don't come up in my fucking live stream with that Black Lives Matter shit. All lives matter. That was you that did that, Jermell Charlo. So this ain't your first time. So you know exactly what the fuck you was doing. Right? Now he want to come clean it up. Well, you know, I mean, and you know, and you know, when I know that race matters. Yeah, you cleaning it up, right? But anyway, let's move on. So he tried to clean up what he said and tried to say that he was talking about that race don't matter when it comes to skills of boxing. With that, when that had nothing to do with what Deontay Wilder was talking about in the first place. You feel me? But he tried to clean it up. Some of y'all will fall for that bullshit. I know what it is, and I know what fucking Jermell Charlo is, and I know Jermell Charlo don't give a fuck about near one of y'all black ass niggas up in here. He don't give a fuck about me or nobody else. For real, he don't give a fuck about his people. That's straight up and down. You ain't never heard him talk or say nothing into that interview that he did to try to clean that shit up, and that's a fact. But anyway. He goes on, right? And they talking about Wilder. Now, Wilder made a comment And Wilder said that Jermell Charlo needs to be slapped for making that comment. But Wilder also said, he said, I'm not fucking worried about none of them little ass dudes. You know, Wilder was like, shit, he need to be slapped for making that comment, which is a fact. He need to get his ass slapped for making a comment like that. But so Jermell Charlo, he hears that, and he gonna come with some, oh, you know, I'm from the streets, you know, I was, you know, before I was a fighter, you know, I was heavy in the streets, and talking about how much money he made in the streets and how he was street before boxing and all of that, right? And then he gonna come with some shit like, oh, I'll smoke his ass if it had to come down to it. I'll smoke Wilder if it had to come down to it. And I got niggas that'll ride for me that's willing to die for me. Bro, so you got niggas that's willing to die for you. We were talking about what they asked you about what Deontay Wilder said to you as another man. Now, when Tank Davis said something about you, you didn't say nothing about how you had niggas that was ready to ride for you when Tank Davis said something about you. When you got into it with Adrian Brunner, you didn't say that. You want to fight little old Tank Davis and Adrian Brunner, right? They had to hold you back from fighting little Tank Davis and Adrian Brunner, right? When Blue Blood Sports TV, when you got pissed at Blue Blood for just reporting on boxing, you didn't say that you had niggas that'll ride on Blue Blood for you. You said that you would go and slap Blue Blood. That's what you said. You want to go fight Blue Blood on site. You bigger than Blue Blood. You bigger than Adrian Brunner. You bigger than Tank Davis. But when you big bad and motherfucking tough as hell. But when Deontay Wilder say, nigga need to be slapped for that shit, all of a sudden you got niggas that'll ride for you. You ain't say, hey, well, if Wilder think he can slap me, or if he feel that way, let's see what it is when I see Wilder. You needed backup for Wilder, but for everybody else, you was big, you was the toughest motherfucker in the world for Tank Davis, Adrian Brunner, and Blue Blood. One thing they all got in common is they smaller than you. And Blue Blood ain't even no professional boxer. Right? Blue Blood ain't, see, you that nigga that talk real loud and to another nigga that come in there that's really about that shit. Because another nigga that came that was really about that shit, and automatically you turned and you was looking for help. Deontay Wilder didn't say, oh, I got niggas that if they see him, they gonna slap him. Deontay Wilder did an interview and he said he need to be slapped for the shit that he said. So if you was that tough, why didn't you just say that, hey, Wilder, I'm speaking to you. This between me and you. If you got a fucking problem, when you see me, you can address me and you. You wasn't gonna do that because you ain't built like that. And all that street shit that you talking about, how you was heavy in the streets before. How? When? How are you a world-class fighter, right? On the level that you are, throughout your whole career, on the level at the top level, training hours and hours, dedicating your life to boxing, but you was in the streets? How? The niggas that I know that was in the streets like that, they didn't have time to be in the boxing gym and dedicate themselves in the boxing gym. And the ones that was, that's why they didn't make it, because they was in the streets and they was in the gym. And it didn't pan out like that. You feel me? So how was you making all this money and you was just a killer in the streets, but you was a world-class boxer? I want to know, is it two Jermell Charlos? You know what I'm saying? Like Shorty Lowe said, it must be two sides. It must be two Jermell Charlos, right? It must be. Because you might have street cats around you, but you ain't in no fucking streets. You ain't no street cat. You a professional athlete. I don't know why all these professional athletes want to be street niggas so bad and want to talk about how Be happy that you got mentions, that you made it, that you're a professional, and you're not a street nigga. OP Music Group saying, yeah, for real, slanging dope in the gym. You was just taking time out of training, having motherfuckers pull up at the gym, serving out the gym, huh? Since you was making so much money in the streets. Don't make sense to me. We know the ones that was in the streets, right? Come on, man. Miss me with that bullshit, man. And like I said, man, Jermell Charlo, man, he already showed it. He showed what he about. He ain't about that. Because if he was really about that, he would have told Deontay Wilder to step to him. What's up? I'm just between me and you, we could talk. Even if it wasn't even gonna be on no shit like that, even if he was like, you know what, Wilder, we just having a misunderstanding, but I would like me and him to meet up as men and talk face to face. He wasn't about that shit. You know what I'm saying? His scary ass automatically went to, oh, I got killers. Come on, man. And then you talking about you will smoke him. Why you want to smoke a man and you a professional fighter, right? That been taught your whole life to use your hands, and he a professional fighter too. But the first thing you say is if it come down to I'll smoke him. Why? Why are you bringing guns into the situation when you got fists? That's what you do for a living, but all of a sudden, when you gotta stand up to a man that's bigger than you, you want to bring a gun into a situation. Motherfucking Jermell Charlo just pulled his whole skirt up and showed what he got, man. That's crazy, man. Big Dose 513 says facts. It's funny how he never brought that up until now. Right. He all of a sudden a street nigga. Roy says sounds like Mel was listening to Boosie interview. I want to know where he had time to be a fucking make so much money in the streets and be a bona fide street nigga. I want to know where he had that time at and to be a world-class athlete at the same time. World Combat Sports. Salute to you, Scotty. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to World Combat Sports. If you ain't subscribed to World Combat Sports, make sure that you go subscribe to World Combat Sports. Come on. My man Scotty said Charlo has life dudes in his circle, certified dummy. He said Charlo has life dudes in his circle, certified dummy. Yeah, like, and then why would you even and then the dude that you got in your circle that's about that shit, right? Why would you even want to put them in that situation when you got hands? Deontay Wilder wasn't talking about killing you. Now, I can understand if Deontay Wilder was like, man, you know what? I'm killing them on sight. Then you could have said that. But Deontay Wilder, so that man saying that you need to be slapped, you want to take it there when both of y'all got certified hands. Yeah. I said, man, Jermall Charlo, he not built like that. And he's showing he's showing this. He's showing what's up his skirt, straight up and down.
Read Mike on Sports question. I mean, Mike on Sports asked you, so he must know Aaron Hernandez.
Huh? He said he must know Aaron Hernandez. Right. Like, come on, man. Like, bro, that shit just crazy to me, man. Man, they need to really. He needs somebody to speak for him. And old girl Kelly Swanson was in the background trying to shut him up, right? And he's like, no, I'm not done yet. I need to clear this up. And Jermell Charlo just all over the place, man. Them dudes they need medication for real, because one minute he talking about he got killers and he a hustler and you know what I'm saying, he'll kill somebody and all of that. And the next minute he talking all soft and calmly and you know, people just misunderstand us. And, you know, if they got to know us, you know, they wouldn't, you know, they would see differently, you know, and my kids and this and that, and then go back to a killer. Man, something wrong with that dude, bro. Something is wrong with that man. For real. He need medication for real. That dude is bipolar to the 10th degree. Straight up. And you know, man, I'm no longer. I mean, I'm speaking for me. I can't no longer fuck with Jermell Charlo. I'm not finna get on here and cap for Jermell Charlo. I don't fuck with him no more. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If he win, he win. If he lose, he lose. I don't give a damn. Because he ain't got no fucking sense. And that ain't the type of fighters that I support. You know? That's just what it is, man. But money, let me go. Let me let you speak on the situation, man.
Yeah, though, man. I ain't going 240 so I ain't gonna fuck with this. I still fuck with the Charlos. I want both of them to still win. I want Jermell to be undisputed. I want Maul to be undisputed at 168. But just listening to him, bro, you know what I mean? Like, he knew he fucked up. That's why he had to, you know, clear that shit up like he did. You know what I mean? Like, it's no reason you had, like, you should have jumped in Wilder shit and said nothing at that time when that man was speaking on what he's speaking on. Like I said, even if you feel how you feel, bro, even if you feel how you feel, right? You don't have no reason, you know what I mean, jumping into that man interview, knowing your voice is your voice. That's what I say about people. You know that what you go say, it's gonna go a long way. I mean, you know it's gonna go a long way. So you know if you jump in this shit and you say, "Oh, race don't matter," you know what that shit go do. You know what sparkers go, what flame is gonna spark up, and you know how people go act. But see, when you got money and you feel like you can do this, you can do that, you feel like you don't, I'm saying, you privileged to say certain shit because you feel like you taken care of, or I got my money, I'm rich, I ain't gotta be around this, I ain't gotta be around that. You know what I mean? And you forget what the fuck is real. I mean, rest in peace to Paul Mooney. What do you always say? You go get that nigga wake up moment again. And that's what Wilder was talking about. When that nigga moment, when that nigga wake up moment come back to your ass, I want you to remember what you said, that race don't matter. And then when you try, I should have said race don't matter in that particular fight. You shouldn't have said shit at all, to be real with you, bro. You shouldn't have brought up race at all. And I hate to go too deep because I'm about to drop the video on this shit, but you shouldn't have said nothing at all, period. You should have stayed off that man interview. You know what I mean? Wilder never said not one bad thing about the Charlos, not one. Not one. Even when Tony Harrison was here to fight him in a rematch, he said, Tony, my brother, but Charlo won the top end of the division. This shit is going to be fire. You can't wait. He supported your ass. You know what I'm saying? Supported you. For you to come out and say what you said, bro, it was just all fucked up in the first place. And like I said, you owe that man an apology. You coming out, fuck Wilder, fuck Fury. It's about us in Texas. Nah, bro, you just can't be saying fuck people like that. You owe that man an apology because you ain't had no reason jumping in that man's shit in the first place. You know what I mean? And like you said, your ass, he never said, I'm gonna slap your ass. He said you need to be slapped for that shit. You know what I mean? You need to be slapped. And you talking about I got people ready to go to jail for life and this, that, and the third. I don't know no motherfucker that's willing, that's ready. I ain't gonna say that's not, right? But on some shit like that, just see Wilder just ready to do this and do that, bro. You know what I mean? So when I look at that shit, man, I just look at it as trying to be. You're trying to be something that you're not, bro. You're trying to be. You're trying too hard. Oh, I got this gun. You showing this gun. I got this gun. I got this gun. Because your name is clean and you got money. You can go to the store. You can buy all them damn guns. Don't make you no killer. You feel me? Don't make you no goddamn killer. Don't mean you in the streets because you're on a motherfucking video with a motherfucking Draco or you buying this big ass drum, this, that, and the third. When the last time you been to the motherfucking ghetto? You know what I'm saying? Like, cut it out, bro. So when I look at the situation, dog, I don't think nothing of it because I am a street nigga and I already know what the fuck going down. That's why we leave boxing as boxing and knowing what people talk about that you ain't fit to do shit. You're not fit to, you know what I mean? You're not gonna risk it because you feel like you got too good of a fucking life. And to see the dudes around you, right, that you're talking about that's willing to throw their life away, not just seeing them dudes around you at your birthday party, that may look like no killers to me. Dressed up in motherfucking Chinese suits and shit, they may look like no killers to me, homie.
Nigga, I ain't never seen, hey, nigga walking around in purses and shit, dog.
Yeah, bringing motherfucking Hootie blowfishes to you and shit like that. Like, you niggas know the name of colorful fishes and shit. The only fishes we know that we eat, motherfucking catfish nuggets and motherfucking jack fillets. You niggas actually know the name of these fucking fishes and things like that. So I'm not really taking him serious when he's talking about, oh, he gonna do this. He said the right thing. I got people around me that'll go to jail for life. Because you probably do got a couple hitters.
But did you hear him when he said the first thing he said is, "If it come down to that, I'll smoke him."
Yeah, but
go back and listen to the interview. I'll smoke him.
Oh, I got it. I'm breaking it down, chopping it up to making this what I need it to be. So I'm gonna listen to what I had did this, but at the end of the day, bro, like I said, like Wilder said, bro, he need his ass slapped. Period. You know what I mean? And when you come out, you act like you're giving an apology. Get an apology to the right person, man. You owe Deontay Wilder apology, and I'm gonna stand on that shit. I don't care how tough you're trying to be. Got your manhood. This, that, and the third. Is no way, bro. No way. You should have been on that man interview talking about race don't matter when this don't have shit to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. Period. You know what I mean? I ain't see Wilder. Oh man, Charlo need to shut his ass up. Tony Harrison beat his ass fair and square. He just making up excuses. Up here crying, talking about he got cheated. This, that, and the third. No, I ain't say none of that shit. But for you to come out and we looked at this man's face with a big ass dent in it, right? This man just won arbitration, right? Y'all don't congratulate him on the good shit that's going down with him, right? He ain't making up no excuses no more. The man say the talk is over with. July 24th is around the corner. Then the fucked up part is you fight a week before him. You fight a week before him. And we know that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder is one of the most anticipated fighters, if not the most anticipated fighter this year. You feel me? So at the end of the day, bro, and then you let your girlfriend run her goddamn mouth. Let's not forget about that shit. And I know Telly will drag her ass up and down, left and right. She don't even look like she can take a punch. But man, you out here looking bad, bro. I mean, and it don't take nothing away from you in the ring because I'm never go pray on your downfall or shit like that because I'm still a fan in the ring of you and Jermall Charlo, right? Still rooting both of y'all against whomever. But at the end of the day, when you come out, you say some bullshit, right? And it's containing towards some real shit. And what we saying is facts, and we know this shit is facts. And you talking about it don't matter, then you got to get punched in your motherfucking chest. You got to get chastised for that shit. Period. You know, and like Wilder say, when you see me, keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. You know, you got motherfuckers that smoke. Like who around you, right? You ain't wherever you go see Wilder at Vegas, wherever. Who around you fit a risk at all, right? When they see Deontay Wilder, just oh shit, they go Wilder. Because I know Wilder ain't the type that's gonna walk up to you and just knock you the fuck out, even though he could just knock you the fuck out. But he ain't that type of dude. But I think Wilder the type that's gonna approach your motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? And go talk to your ass like a man and tell you what he feel. And we know your ass, you wear your heart on your sleeve with your emotional ass, right? So at the end of the day,
the first thing he gonna do is get to looking around for everybody else around him. It's the first thing he gonna do. Mm-hmm. Guarantee it.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, bro, his ass, he was in the wrong 120%. He owed that man an apology, and all the tough guy shit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You can miss me with all that shit, bro. Because like I said, I know real killers. Get phone calls from them every day, motherfucker ain't never coming home. And you ain't one of them, homie.
Straight up, man. I don't understand why these world-class athletes that got all the money, nice family, everything, why they want to claim like they just so hood and from the streets. Oh, you not.
Because when you got money, you can make yourself do whatever the fuck you want to.
Like you not. Like, why they even glorifying that? The real niggas that was out there in the trenches like that, you don't want to glorify that shit, bro.
I trying to get the fuck out, right?
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to glorify that shit. That's how you know he ain't never been through shit. 50-0 TBE TMT Money Mayweather said, everything boxing and sports and money. Do y'all think Rolly Romero won against Jackson Moraes or was it a robbery? There you go, talking that boxing again. No, I think he lost that fight.
Yeah, that boy beat Rolly ass, man. You know the answer to that question, bro.
Yeah, that dude did beat the shit out of Rolly. Rolly lost that fight.
And I ain't like the way Rolly and his daddy try to talk about him afterward, like they really won. Man, Jackson Moraes beat his ass. That's why he got the opportunity against Richard Cormier like that. And Rolly went to fight motherfucking my man from Philly. I like him too, though. I can't get his damn name right now, but he went to fight him. That's why Marinez was put on that stage, bro. Yeah, so he got a payday. He got back what they tried to take from him.
Right. That shit just crazy, man. You supposed to be the middleweight you supposed to be the light middleweight champion of the world, right? As soon as somebody talk about anything that got to do involved with hands, you talking about killing them. That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. Ain't that a damn shame, man? But yeah, man, the Charlos, man, Jermell Charlo. Honestly, I think he need medication. That's just what it is. I think he need medication. You could tell he bipolar as hell. Dude, hella bipolar. You don't never know when he gonna snap on you. You don't never know what he gonna say. He go from saying fuck Deontay Wilder to and I like Deontay Wilder as a fighter and man, come on, bro. This dude just all over the place. This motherfucker a nutcase. For real. And I'm telling y'all, like I said, I don't talk about these dudes' personal issues, but I know for a fact that Jermell Charlo is a nut. Straight up and down. I'm gonna leave it at that. Jermell Charlo's a nut. A lot of shit that y'all don't know. Huh?
No, I'm shouting out my brother Goldie. Goldie, what's going down? Goldie, how you feeling, Chad?
Okay. Yeah, Jermell Charlo a nut for real. He need help. Jermall Charlo is he's kind of like the one when they with each other that have to calm him down and to try to keep him cool. They night and day. Jermall Charlo's not like Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? But Jermell Charlo, he living a whole fantasy in his head. This nigga went from being a world-class boxer to goddamn fucking Frank Lucas and shit. To Nicky Barnes. I used to be Nicky Barnes. Like, man, if you don't get the hell up out of here, man. Let me read some of y'all comments. And y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you ain't hit the like button yet, make sure that you smash on that like button. And tonight, make sure tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time, make sure that you tune in to Money Brown TV because we're going to be on there tonight with the great Richard Schaefer. Once again, make sure that you tune in to Money Brown TV tonight because we're going to be on there tonight with the great Richard Schaefer. Let them know, Money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, it's at 8 p.m. Central Time. And we got
my bad. Yeah. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. on the East Coast, 8 p.m. Central, and then 9 p.m. on the
9 on the East, 6 on the West, and 8 in the Midwest. So yeah, man, we got Richard Schaefer coming through, man, showing love. We're gonna get down to some nitty-gritty with the great Richard, man. Y'all don't know who Richard Schaefer is. He's the man that built Golden Boy, right? Floyd said it plenty of times. Canelo said it plenty of times. And we're going to enjoy Richard Schaefer, man. See what the big dog got to say. What do you think about the current state of boxing? He got Nonito Donaire. He just swindled some shit with Nonito. We're going to talk about that. You got John Jones. Richard doing big things, man. They try to blackball him, but they can't keep a good man down. You feel me? Y'all show up, show out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And make sure, once again, y'all hit that like button. Money. We getting ready to get up out of here, man, because I know you got to get prepared and everything. And yes, Cassandra Mason. No, that was my fault. I was going off of my time, Cassandra. Yep. So make sure that y'all in the building. Once again, make sure that y'all go sub to Money Brown TV if you ain't already subbed to him. Make sure that y'all hit my like button once again. Sub to the channel if you're not a sub to the channel. And then, also make sure that you go to Facebook and go sub to Loyalty Boxing and Promotions on Facebook. Make sure that you sub to Mike on Sports, my man Mike off in here. Make sure that y'all go show Mike on Sports some love. Go sub to his channel and make sure that y'all go subscribe to World Combat Sports. He in the field. He giving you all the back, all the backstories behind the scenes. He will be covering the Tank Davis fight. He gonna be bringing you all the news. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to World Combat Sports. He out here doing it for y'all and go support him. But man, Money, before we get up out of here, you got anything else you want to add?
Man, just much love to the chat. Appreciate y'all for coming through, showing love, man. Like you say, follow me on Money Brown TV, MONIE Brown TV. We got Richard tonight. Go follow me on Instagram at Money_the writer. We stream every fight, no matter how big, no matter how small. You need some place to come enjoy the fight. Come over and rock out with your boy, man. And continue to support my brother Keith, who doing it big for y'all every day, trying to bring y'all the best, we gonna say afternoon show that he can bring you. And y'all go subscribe to our brother too, man. Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Go show him some love. He over there grinding. He like 100 or something away from 1,000. The boy growing quick. The boy dropping that fire. You know, and you gonna keep it coming, man. But as much love to y'all, man. We can't do it without y'all. Y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I got Erickson Lubin beating Rosario. I got Erickson Lubin, man. We got some great fights this week, and we got a lot of boxing to talk about. But make sure that y'all join us over on Money Brown TV later on. I appreciate everybody. Like I said, before you leave out, if you ain't hit that like button, make sure that you hit that like button. Big Dose 513. Y'all sub to my man Big Dose 513. I didn't know you had it. I didn't know your shit was back up and running like that, Big Dose. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to Big Dose 513.
Yeah,
there he is right there.
Some love, man. Show him some love.
Yeah, go show Big Dose 513 some love and go sub to his channel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it on the screen. Big Dose 513, salute to you. And like I said, appreciate everybody that tuned in. And we will be back tomorrow. And we're going to be back on Money Brown TV tonight. Y'all already know how I do. There you go talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.
Omega, I see you, big dog.